By far, my most asked question is how long do these portraits take? And to be honest, I really don't know. I don't actually time them. So I started to get curious about it. And I decided when I was going to start this new portrait that I was going to give myself 8 hours and see how far I could get. So this was done in 2 4-hour sessions over the course of a couple days. And this kind of does give like a pretty good uh, estimate, I suppose, of what this looks like as a full time job, 8 full hours. So I think at this point I was like maybe an hour in. I don't know. The eyes do take a long time, the eyes and nose. Those are the most labor intensive parts. And, from there, I always work around the eyes. I do this because I'm trying to like reduce puckering in the fabric. The more you kind of branch out, you just got to watch your tension. Like you don't have to work in the order that I do, but this does give a little insight into my process and the order of which I like to stitch. It's usually pretty consistent, though in the second half of this piece, I actually did go down and work on the paws a little bit before I finished the face, but that was just because I was feeling a little wily at the time. All right, and we are coming up on my first 4 hours. I was losing the light around this time, so I decided to take a break. This was it. This is the first 4 hours, and now let's dive deep into the second 4 hours to see what our full time day looks like. So, one of the things I like to keep in mind, as you can see here, is what direction I'm going to make my stitches. As you can see, like some of them are going up, some of them are going out. The reason why is because I'm trying to mimic the way that fur lies on a cat's face. Like a lot of the time, the fur will go like more horizontal out to the sides and it goes up their forehead. Now, when I'm working on the nose, I can still use longer stitches. I don't have to mimic like the length of an actual cat's stitches, but I can make them go angled towards each other to mimic height. Um, this is a good thing to keep in mind. Like, most of getting a really good base embroidery is blocking, color blocking, like light, medium, dark shades, and then going in and doing detail work. Now, here we go. I'm coming up on the end here of my full 8 hour day. So, if you were going to sit down like an office job, this is how far you would get in one day doing single strand hand embroidery. Actually, stitching pretty fast today. That was pretty good.